People often confuse if sushi and kimbap is the same thing, but kimbap is kimbap and sushi is sushi. For example, the difference is sushi, you use cool down rice with raw ingredients such as fish. For kimbap, you use warm rice with prepared ingredients such as bulgogi, canned tuna, or cooked eggs. In today's recipe, we'll be mainly using the cooked eggs and the canned tuna. Also, in today's video, I'll be explaining you how I cook perfectly cooked rice without rice cooker. Are you curious? Let's jump into it already. So for ingredients, first you need canned tuna. This is about 180 grams. I already drained the oil out. And gim, which is seaweed sheet. Bowl of rice, 2 small onions and a couple leaves of iceberg, 4 eggs, sesame oil, roasted sesame seeds, sugar, mayonnaise, salt, and for today's recipe you will need some brush and bamboo sheet. So first we're going to cut the lettuce. Cut them in half. It doesn't have to be in a certain shape, but as long as it's cut long, then it's all good. And then onions. And for this, we do rough chops. Slice them in half. So onions are all cut. What you do now here is that we're going to put the tuna and then the generous amount of mayonnaise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A tablespoon of sugar. Give it a quick mix. If you don't like mayonnaise that much, 3 tablespoons is also fine. So here, we have 4 eggs here. You add some salt, not too much, then you beat it. And then, heat on. It's already heated, but I'll go ahead with the medium heat. And then, what I'm doing right now is not wiping everything off. I'm spreading the oil evenly everywhere. You check if the pan is heated correctly. This seems to be ready. Then you go ahead. I will do half of it first. Then using the snap, make it flat. And when you see the bubbles like this, pop it. Turn down the heat to low. They're a bit stiff now. So what I do here, you go around the edge and take it off already. To the other side as well. The low heat again. They're ready. It's very easy to break, but it's gonna be inside the roll, so it doesn't matter if it breaks or not, as long as it's a whole piece. It takes some practice, so don't get scared. It's okay to have some holes. We're gonna cut it long later on. It's ready. Those are the eggs. So cooking the rice, there's nothing complicated in this. So you start with cold water. Do this kind of movement. And drain one. With plain water again. The water doesn't have to come very clear. It will be like this all the time. So let the water go for about 5 minutes as this, and then you have perfectly clean rice. So we're going to measure the water. I already put in, but there's nothing rocket science about it, and you can use this method whatever the amount you're making. So basically you put your hand in, and then you see the water is all the way in. And then you can tell this will work out. Normally when you're doing it from the pot, you put a little bit more water than the rice cooker. So this is perfect for our situation now. We're going to go ahead and start cooking the rice. When you're cooking the rice, this is all about adjusting the fire. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the rice to the boil, and when it boils, you're going to bring the heat to the halfway. And after a minute or two, you actually turn the heat off, and what happens is, with the remaining heat and the steam, the rice will be perfectly cooked, and I'm going to show you how. Start with maximum heat. Now it's boiling. So what I'm going to do now, reduce the heat to the mid-heat, let it go for a minute or two. Then bring the heat to low, and then we're going to be cooking this very slowly.
A few minutes later.
So we just set the rice in low heat for about 7-8 minutes. You can smell, it's a pretty good tip. When the rice is getting cooked, and if you're not sure, you can just smell it if it's burnt under or not, so, but you do it on occasion. So here, you have the rice, and what you want to do is give it a quick mix, so all the humidity transfer to the same level and everywhere. Otherwise, the bottom will be more overcooked if you leave it in a pan. And right now I have a bit humid rice, so what I will do is I'll uncover it for a bit so all the humidity can come out. So now it's a bit dry, and I'll go ahead and transfer it to the bowl. So I have the rice here and a tablespoon of sesame oil in there, and then also a tablespoon of sesame seeds roasted, and salt. Be careful with salt, you don't need that much because other ingredients are already seasoned. You could do it by hand, but I prefer doing it with a rice paddle or spoon, otherwise they will become big crumbs. And you have to season the rice very well, in the level that you can just eat the rice that are like this with the sesame oil and the amount of salt. And for sesame oil, you just want a little touch of it. You don't want to have rice that is swimming in oil. That's just about right. So here we have the eggs. Slice them just long. As you can see, now we have all the ingredients. We have the eggs, we have the tuna, and the iceberg, and rice, and then the seaweed sheet. So before you start rolling, there's one thing that you should be careful. So if you look at here, there are lines here. So we're going to be rolling this way, but if the line is on the other side, they will easily tear up and it won't be nice. So you want to have it in the direction as you roll. So now, we're already here, the very fun part. So, you want to go ahead and put some rice there. About 2/3. And if you put too much rice, it will just become fat and it wouldn't be pretty. So you want to put a slim layer of rice in there. You spread it out very well. And it shouldn't be too thick that you see some spots of seaweed underneath. That's the amount that you want. 2 eggs in there. Then the lettuce. Then tuna on top of the lettuce. Now here is the most important part. What you want to do is that you see the rice here and then rice here. So they should attach to each other, overlaps. Not until the end, but just to each other. I'll show you. To do this, and then you don't press it all the way. What you do is you use just the tip of your hand, then you make it round. If you do this, it will become round, isn't it? You already see it. And then you finish it off here. Finally here, the last bit. So using the brush, put the sesame oil all over it. And then nice and glossy. And using very sharp knife. Otherwise, it will get all squeezed and it won't be cut properly. Usually, people don't present this because it's not presentable. The end part, whatever you do, it will be like this, so you just eat it. It's amazing. With a bowl of ramen becomes a meal, just as this, a little nice snacky. Enjoy!